Good evening and thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Sophie Erber.
And I'm Tim Seaman. City leaders are taking action aimed at better controlling pedestrian traffic.
A proposed ordinance would make it illegal for people to walk or bike on street medians.
KCAU 9 reporter Mallory Smith tonight breaking down what's behind that proposal in our top story at 6.
The council voted on an ordinance to improve the safety for both pedestrians and drivers. This new rule means that no one can stand or sit on a median unless it is at least 6 feet wide, leading some residents to wonder whether or not this is made to target panhandlers.
You know, I think the proposed ordinance that I've reviewed is a good ordinance. I think it will go a long way to creating that public safety that we all want to have, again, for both pedestrians and for motorists. So
the concern comes from the lack of legal access there is to actually get to the median, and because of the way they are built. In other words, there's no safe way to walk to the median. The executive director of Gospel Mission in Sioux City explains why he thinks it would be a good mandate to enforce, encouraging those who need help to instead visit a food bank or a shelter instead of putting themselves in harm's way.
When we give people money like panhandlers, the vast majority of those people are destructing themselves. And, you know, truly, I think that you might as well just hand them a gun.
There are still 2 public hearings left before the ordinance can pass. Mallory Smith, KCAU 9 News.
Meanwhile, the City Council in Norfolk, Nebraska, unanimously approving a mask mandate for their community. After more than 2 hours of public comment and discussions, council members passing the mandate with all 7 council members voting for it, so unanimously. The mayor of Norfolk says that the decision is meant to, quote, stop the bleeding, as local hospitals near capacity now, and Nebraska does rank 5th in the nation with new COVID-19 cases.
What the council did here today, voting unanimously to put this into place, really gets to what we need to do as a community to not only protect our health and our neighbors' health, but to also alleviate the burden on our hospital system, our healthcare workers, our public safety workers.
That mandate will go into effect on Thursday of this week, so Thanksgiving. It will remain in effect until February 16th, unless the council decides to end it sooner. Those who violate the ordinance will receive a $25 fine from the Norfolk Police Department.
Meanwhile, Nebraska's governor is imploring folks in the state to take steps to reduce the spread of the virus. Without it, he says measures to partially shut down the state are likely. During his morning press briefing, Governor Pete Ricketts noting that 23% of the state's hospital beds are now occupied by patients with COVID symptoms. The governor stressing that if Nebraskans don't take action now, he would enact measures that would limit restaurant hours, public gatherings, and restrict bar operations to carry out only. Nebraska's chief medical officer calling it a crucial period.
There is no doubt we are living in extremely challenging times. Our cases continue to increase. Our hospitalizations continue to increase. It's straining our state and local resources and workforces. Just like the flooding of 2019, we must pull together and help each other. Our local health departments are counting on you. Our health care providers are counting on you. And your loved ones are counting on you. Don't let them down.
Additionally, Governor Ricketts again reminding folks to keep Thanksgiving gatherings smaller rather than larger. Here's the update on COVID-19 numbers right here in Siouxland. 4 people have died here in Woodbury County due to the virus in just the past day. There are also 36 new cases being reported tonight.
In Nebraska, Dakota County has 56 new positive tests today. The county now surpassing the 3,100 total case mark. And in South Dakota, Yankton County reports 1,500 total cases, more than 400 of those considered active. Well, Siouxland starting the week off a little chilly and a little rainy. I thought I saw some ice pellets kind of mixing in there earlier in the day.
It was a little different type of day compared to what we've been used to. Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson standing by to give us the update on if there's warmer days ahead. Scott?
Certainly felt like a day near the end of November out there. Tim and Sophie, we saw our temperatures in the 30s and 40s for this afternoon. And yeah, right around midday, we did have a couple of snowflakes mix in with the rain for a time in Sioux City. Here's a look at our high temperatures that were achieved today. 36 in Sioux City this afternoon, 41 in Yankton, 41 degrees also in Spencer, and 37 for Carroll and Denison. A loop of the radar picture shows that we did have that messy precipitation travel through, and there are still some areas of drizzle lingering around. It looks like our rain chance is going to continue through the overnight period and last through most of the day on Tuesday. As we advance the clock toward Tuesday evening, it looks like the rain will come to an end. We'll have more information on how much more rain will come our way. That's all in the 9 on 9 forecast. Tim?
Unity Point Health St. Luke's here in Sioux City will have new leadership in the new year. After 18 years at the hospital, Lynn Wald is stepping down from his position as president and CEO. His departure is effective November the 25th. Under his guidance, St. Luke's developed and opened a Sunnybrook facility as well as launched the Pierce Street Same-Day Surgery Center. While a national search for the next CEO is conducted, Leah Glasgow, the CEO of Unity Point's Fort Dodge facility, will serve as interim CEO here in Sioux City.
A story that has us feeling Siouxland proud tonight. A local man's idea to send care packages to military men and women has now turned into a community-wide effort. Recruiting the help of his co-worker less than a week ago, Chris Delfs hopes to create between 30 and 50 holiday packages for members of the 185th. Both Delfs and co-worker Justin Merchant, who's a member of the 185th, say they're amazed how this took off in so little time, and they say they're grateful for all the community organizations that have since jumped on board.
The idea itself, I think, has already become way bigger than we had initially thought it would. We've had a lot of positive response from the community. A lot of our allied resources have contributed as well, and just really made this become a pretty big event.
If you'd like to help, you could bring in non-perishable food items to the Keller Williams office that is at 103 Virginia Square until this Friday, November 27th.
Good way to pitch in and help the community.
It is. I know that means a lot to those serving overseas, so pretty cool.
Well, even though most folks are getting ready for Thanksgiving around Sioux City, there's plenty of work already underway getting ready for a special visitor yet this week.
Can you guess who that might be? KCAU 9 News reporter Hannah Adamson downtown waiting for St. Nick to arrive and light up the Christmas tree there, Hannah.
Well, Tim and Sophie, Christmas may still be a few weeks away, but Santa Claus is coming to town. As you can see right behind me, he's about to light this festive Christmas tree. Let's take a listen.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, isn't that a beautiful tree?
And the tree is now lit. Santa's arrival is all part of this year's Downtown Holiday Lighted Parade. Now, of course, like many events, thanks to COVID-19, there needs to be a couple of changes this year. Instead of the floats going down the street as in years past, folks can actually drive by, see all of the floats, and of course, the big man in the red suit himself. Now, be sure to stick around because we have a lot more from tonight's festivities coming up tonight at 10. Reporting live in downtown Sioux City, Hannah Adamson, KCAU 9 News.
All right, Hannah, thanks. Some good cheer downtown tonight. Even though many folks are keeping their Thanksgiving gatherings small this year, local police tonight reminding folks to avoid drinking and driving can be a problem at this time of the year. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, Thanksgiving is one of the deadliest holidays for driving, involving drunk drivers. And for advice from local police officers and where to get a safe ride should you need one in Siouxland, just check out this digital exclusive story. You'll find it on our website right now. Of course, it's SiouxlandProud.com. You can also look for it on the free KCAU 9 News app. Well, part of the fun of traveling, and I remember this as a young kid as well, it was staying at a nice hotel.
Always how one man's love of dogs is leading him on a journey across the U.S. with some unusual accommodations coming up.
It looks like Tuesday is going to bring some more cool and wet weather out there, but we should have some more pleasant conditions by Thanksgiving, with high temperatures looking to stick in the 40s and 50s. Your 9 on 9 forecast is up next.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Tim Seaman, Sophie Erber, Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson, and Sports Director Jake Jones. This is KCAU 9 News at 6.
The old saying goes, let sleeping dogs lie, right? That is exactly true in the nation's animal shelter system, but unfortunately, some dogs lay in shelters for years.
Bill Wood tonight explaining why one man is lying with sleeping shelter dogs to raise awareness.
How we doing? I'm checking in for one night.
Chris came all the way from Florida just to spend the night in Louisiana.
A king-size bed. I need shampoo.
He's not exactly checking into the Ritz-Carlton. It's the No Star, No Kill North Shore Humane Society in Covington.
Are you paying with cash or card?
Card.
Chris sleeps with dogs, deliberately, proudly, professionally, actually, at dog shelters across America.
I figure I'm not the first and won't be the last guy in a cage asking you, the guy in the next cage, why are you over there sleeping with dogs?
I'm trying to inspire change all across the country of how people view shelter animals.
His name is Chris Rotunda, and anytime he catnaps with a canine, he dreams about the best relationship he ever had with Jordan, the 3.5-year-old mutt who never lived any place but the pound until Chris adopted her.
When I got Jordan, we both were in the same position we were in. I was in a depressed state. She was as well. When I got her, she just pushed me to do things I never thought I'd be able to do. So, you know, she gave me a whole lot of different energy and different inspirations.
Chris lost his dog Jordan to cancer when she died a couple of years ago. But the journey lives on.
Hi, baby. How are you?
On the road, snuggling with pound puppies, hoping he doesn't leave with fleas, and finding forever homes for forgotten dogs, even cats. Even though bedtime is sometimes, well,
rough.
Wow, it could have done better than rough.
I was going to say the puns in that package were spectacular. Well, the Briarcliff football team shaking things up after Saturday's season-ending loss to Dordt.
Jake has more on the Chargers' plans coming up next. That's when we check sports.
Welcome back. We're going to have some wet weather for tomorrow, a ½ inch to an inch of rain, and then pretty nice weather for Thanksgiving.
All right, thanks, Scott.
And thank you for joining us. We'll all see you back here at 10. Good night.